voice of the masses. Hear this, come on. Come down, selector. Come down, selector. 98.1, the voice of the people. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. The true voice of the people. Radio D, to you there's no equal.
Second to none. Radio D, you're still number one.
You are the voice of the voiceless. You are the choice of the voiceless.
Real.
Yeah.
For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy. 98.1, simply the best.
Alright, the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Shortly and 10 from now, we're going to come to you with News and Current Affairs program. Good morning, Salon. Stay tuned.
Good morning, Salon. Good morning, Freetown, and good morning to all we listeners and where they tune from different parts of the country and outside Salon. Live from the New Englandville studio, and welcome to the final edition of the program Good Morning Salon for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today, on Friday, July 3rd, 2026, and we're glad for bringing this edition of the program come to you. And we will bring the program come to you this Friday morning. My name is Adeyemi Jackson.
And my own name is Chenglo Jalo. Thoughts of the day: your habits shape your destiny. We mean say you good or bad habit will you get will determine how your life will turn out. This is the main thing we will look inside the program this morning. According to the chairman for the ECOWAS Authority of Head of State and Government, President Julius Maada Bio, ECOWAS will continue for investment in peace, security, education, technology, innovation, youth empowerment so that people in the region will benefit from strong regional integration. The National Program Coordinator for the Free Quality Education Program, Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Augustine Koroma, say the illegal structure the ministry don't begin broke na some school them na Freetown with tap people not for sell kush and other bad drug them to school picking them. And today inside the program, the Senior Programs Manager Campaign for Good Governance, Kenema, will talk about CGG 30 years achievement, lesson, and the way forward. We will also talk to the President Children's Forum Network, Philippa Do and April, when a musician them, as we will talk about the Root Anthem and Community Engagement Program.
Members say you listen to be live on www.radiodemocracy.sl and from your partner radio stations them.
You listen me live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM na Freetown, Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba District, Radio Malen 88.5, Radio 1J 101.3 na Pujon District, Radio Kolente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moi 105.5 na Kailau, Vopad Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sando on 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro na Pujon District, Advocacy Radio na Potloko District, Radio Katbami on 106.7 na Tonko Limba, Art FM on 95.9 na Moyamba District, and Tongo Radio on 107.5 FM.
The program now Good Morning Salon, and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You can ask questions or make comments by way you go text on WhatsApp line on 077-981-981, or also go send message on SMS line on 077-981-981. You can also go on our Radio Democracy Facebook page and also YouTube page. Also, you go follow the program live. Drop your question or comment on the issues that we will discuss inside the program this morning. The program now Good Morning Salon.
The program they come to you from a broadcasting house in New Englandville. As we wait for the studio guests, them we start to look at issues inside the program. We go right now the High Court to say the defense lawyer for Zainab Sherif in appeal case. Lawyer Roland Wright don't ask Justice Mageba for overturn the judgment with Magistrate Brema Jabin Gip and Zainab Sherif in case. As in say, the magistrate not been follow the thing them with the inside the law on this particular case. Let me join with court reporter for more on this, Fatou Nyangiji Bakpa.
As Justice Mageba don't agree for looking inside Zainab Sherif in appeal case, after where the respondents for the state been give several reasons why them for throw away the appeal come out na court. Because them believe say Zainab Sherif in lawyer them not been use the proper procedure for do this appeal. We make Justice Mageba be end up tell Zainab Sherif in lawyer for go do this appeal according to section 3 of the appeals from the magistrate court rule. This appeal won't come back na court. And Thursday, July 2nd this year, Justice Mageba don't begin looking inside this appeal, and Zainab Sherif in lawyer Roland Wright been get plenty reason why them believe say the judge for overturn the magistrate court in judgment from Zainab Sherif in matter. One part of the reason here, where RSV Wright been talk na court na that. One part the offense where they been charged the appellant Zainab Sherif when a incitement na just common law, and that no specific law no day where they make na parliament where they show clearly the kind of a punishment where person forget for offense of incitement. And he continue say this particular offense the magistrate for trial must summary trial or trial on indictment, and for this in say magistrate Brema Jabin gets the obligation for ask the defendant Zainab Sherif whether he go want summary trial or trial on indictment. And in say for Sekawe Magistrate Brema Jabin been asking client whose kind trial he go want before he starts the court proceeding. That don't show say the whole court trial where Magistrate Brema Jabin do pan Zainab Sherif in case na null and void, and so in belief say the judgment not for stand. And the second reason where RSV Wright been talk na court na that the charge been defective as in say, and in say even when be raises objection to the magistrate say the charge when put for in client been defective, Magistrate Brema Jabin agree, but in the end up say that's not gonna make him stop the conviction. We make him cite the authority them we been don't do similar judgments like this. But RSV Wright tell the court say this kind judgment na based on dissenting opinion, we mean say na small group of authority they believe this as against the majority. We make him say this conviction we Magistrate Brema Jabin do therefore overturn am. Roland Wright continue say the other reason when feel say the appeal court for overturn Magistrate Brema Jabin decision na because complainants not been dey on this matter. And he say the two charge them with an incitement and threatening language all forget complainants, but he say nobody ever can a court and talk say Zainab Sherif in the refer to am by in statements where he make, and self nobody can a court and talk say in feel incited or self feel threatened after where in listen to Zainab Sherif in statements. And for sake of this, RSV Wright been same way tell the court say this na better ground for let the judge overturn the magistrate in decision. Zainab Sherif in lawyer been get what 19 grounds and reason them why in believe say the appeal court for overturn Magistrate Brema Jabin in decision. But Justice Mageba been talk na court say let RSV Wright go share the remaining grounds to the respondent Charlo Esquire, so that will make they no go tape on the matter inside the next sitting. We making adjourn the matter to July 16 this year, and Radio Democracy go report on wetin go happen inside the court on the adjourned date. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Fatou Nyangiji Bakpa the report.
The program now Good Morning Salon, and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As we mentioned, one power headline story today. But say today we will talk to the Senior Programs Manager Campaign for Good Governance, Sir Kendema. We will talk about CGG 30 here, look at the achievement, lessons, and the way forward. Already don't join we in the studio. Good morning and welcome to the program, Sir Kendema.
Good morning, 98.1, and good morning, the people of Sierra Leone.
That now the Senior Programs Manager for Campaign for Good Governance and Kendema. We go can talk about CGG 30 years anniversary and look at some of the achievements and also the lessons and the way forward. The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and inside the program we look at another issue. The Inspector General of Police William Fayaselu say the forensic lab where police don't get now the transnational organized crime units go make them begin get quick judgment, but then drug case them way they can go with the courts. They talk this way. They go commission the new forensic lab now the transnational organized crime unit now Hastings. For more on this, we could join with reporter Karifa to Conte.
The transnational organized crime unit TOCU don't be one of the most important units in the Salon police because of how they don't catch and tap people them when can they involve pan drugs and other transnational crime them. But by all the gain the way TOCU don't they make, one big challenge where they don't they get now that TOCU not been get permanent lab where they can go test and dangerous narcotic drug them. Now for sake of this make official them, where don't they before for fight against drugs in the country, being get at Thursday, July 2nd at Hastings, for commission the new TOCU forensic lab.
This lab, of course, we don't do analysis on drugs, but today we don't get the lab on we own. We go for the do analysis in biological specimen. Like for example, if crime scene don't happen, they call upon a crime scene officer go able to take a particular blood, it counts until we like which type of blood is it goes to a crime scene. For know if this blood a mortal blood or an animal blood. In drug identification analysis, I will tell them which particular drug is with the hold or which particular substance is with the hold. In toxicology and crime scene investigation. Now this lab get what do.
If they listen to the head of forensic lab, now the transnational organized crime unit, ASP Joseph Stevens, been they talk about some panitin where this lab they do. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, now the primary law enforcement body in a Salon, we're responsible for tackle drug abuse and tap the way people they come with drug in the country. Make the executive director of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Andrew Kaikai say this new forensic lab then are the right direction for fight against drug in Salon.
The commissioning of these buildings is timely and represents a practical response to the evolving demands of our national security. It is a clear demonstration of state commitment to strengthening institutions that directly support the fight against transnational organized crime, illicit drug trafficking, and other serious criminal threats, and reflects a clear national response to the evolving threats posed by drug trafficking, organized criminal networks, and other security challenges that continue to test our institutions.
Where in the talk, the Inspector General of Police, William Fayaselu, say the forensic lab where they don't get down at TOCU go make them begin get quick judgments and encase them when they can go with the courts.
Commission forensic lab, a very important aspect in the investigations of transnational organized crime with respect to drugs particularly. This is important because for us to secure a conviction in court, we have to present that scientific evidence, which is very indisputable. Nobody can challenge that one. You see these lawyers in court, they want to go around to challenge scientific evidence, but I just sit back and watch them struggle in the courts.
Mr. Selu continues say, because of the role where the National Task Force on Drug and Substance Abuse on the play, and the fight against drug, make Dodo achieve 70% pan the fight against drug and substance abuse in Salon.
And this is the fight we have won 70% because before this time, you will go to Lumley, Funkia Junction, you find these push people always, they are like in a vacuum, sleeping like that, but now you hardly see them these days. It's because of the effort of all of you in TOCU and all of you in the NDLEA to make sure we put this thing behind us. So thank God we are winning laurels in the fight against drugs.
The Inspector General of Police, William Fayaselu, end up assured say, he will continue for support the transnational organized crime unit and other body than a police for CC, the help tap drug and substance abuse in the country. For Radio Democracy, Mina Karifa to counter the report.
The program na Good Morning Salon and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As we mentioned, one part headline story then for today. We go look at the 30 years of existence of Campaign for Good Governance na Salon, which don't be the achievement lessons and the way forward and for can help we discuss. But that we don't join the studio by the Senior Programs Manager na Campaign for Good Governance at Kendema. Once more, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, 98. And good morning, the people of Sierra Leone.
Campaign for Good Governance, now one of Salon leading civil society organization we from over the years done to promote democracy, transparency, accountability, and citizen participation. Campaign for Good Governance they be set up inside July 1996 after the country's first multi-party democracy elections, and this organization be set up by pro-democracy activists them including Zainab Sharif, Julius Spencer, Joseph Opala, and other people them. The organization emerged from the movement campaign for a return to democratic civilian rule after many years of military rule. Well, since that time to now, it don't talk for CGG and wait it don't be the challenges, achievement, and some of the things that we don't learn over the years make we get the Senior Programs Manager for Campaign for Good Governance at Kendema. Once more, good morning.
Good morning.
30 years down the line, how the journey don't tell it for CGG?
Yes, thank you very much. But make I just do small correction. It wasn't Zainab Sharif. It was Zainab Hawa Bangura.
Zainab Bangura, sorry.
Yeah, so that at least we able forget that they're correct. But quick one. Campaign for Good Governance, we can normally call the CGG. Now, a non-governmental organization. A non-governmental organization means a not a government institution. And the one them we form Campaign for Good Governance, as I correct Dr. Hawaz and Bangura, and then you get Dr. Julius Spencer, you get Joe Opala. Joe Opala, an American historian. So now they come with the idea. Today we get a Campaign for Good Governance. And the good thing about this organization is that the organization been formed with a clear mission. And the mission of the organization now for increased citizens and participation. And with the increased citizen and participation through capacity building. And also as an organization, we do advocacy. And you go on for know why is it that we do the all thing so that at least we'll be able to get an informed civil populace. Because in the situation wherein we get an informed civil populace, it help the country in democracy. So from 1st July 1996 to the 1st July 2026, CGG done 30 years.
Okay.
And we done in existence for 30 years, promoting democracy and also the civic space.
Okay.
And expressing the views of the voiceless. So 30 years, yes, we don't make a lot of gains. 30 years, there has been lessons for make we learn. And 30 years, we remain resolute.
Okay.
For say how best at least we'll be able to push for more, we'll get a much more better Sierra Leone.
We go look at some of the achievements, the challenges, and the way forward during the program. Immediately after CGG established inside July 1st, 1996, after the first multi-party democratic elections, month or a year after, the country experienced a military rule. And one of the reasons why they set up CGG now for see how best they came for campaign for say the country return to a civilian regime. How will be talent for CGG set up in 1996 after the elections, and 1 year down the line they go into military rule again?
All right. So you see, say like the formation of Campaign for Good Governance, as you rightly mentioned, because 1996, according to the 1991 Constitution, the first time they will get multi-party elections in Sierra Leone. So immediately after the multi-party elections, you know what's in that they mean. the role where CGG played, and for see harvest at least okay able for engage some of the leaders then able for provide the required capacity engagement with especially the first set of parliamentarians for empower them as such. But in the state of democracy, you know, so all some of the challenges, then there are challenges them way, you know, they avoid, especially when it is new to certain people, when the new dispensation is new to certain people. But you will see that even though some of them things they happened, CGG role for restore democracy, for ensure that we comply to democratic principles, for ensure that at least we adhere to good governance principles, being very, very key. Hence the reason you go see say the Bintu Mani 1 conference, where CGG be able for lead together with other actors, we are very active in it. If you go through history, wherein we really push that, hey, election before peace or peace before election. All and drive then day.
Who's not been stand?
All and drive then day.
Who's not been stand?
Of course. The majority, because people let me believe, say, hey, let's have these elections. If we have these elections, then at least we'll be able for really push on whatever. They say, no, we'll get peace first before ever we get elections. So there was a whole lot of argument around it. But we own position was for see how best at least we'll be able to adhere to democratic principles. And election are one of the strong democratic principles. Then transparency are one of the strong democratic principles. Then the rule of law are one of the strong democratic principles. Then ensuring that government is accountable is one of the democratic principles. Then and you only do that now when you get somebody for hold accountable.
Any lessons learned doing anything and they compare to now?
Well, I think the lesson where we go learn from that is that people get a saying in governance. And the lesson we can learn is that when Sierra Leoneans want a change, they can see themselves beyond colors, they can see themselves beyond tribes, they can see themselves beyond friendship, they can see themselves beyond the clan. And Sierra Leoneans can get one agenda. And that one agenda what they can get, they can use them power, forget them. So that's Sierra Leone. So in as much as division can they, but when Sierra Leoneans are ready for a change, they get a change. And that's the time, nothing need to stop them.
Okay, you talk about citizen participation when at the core mandate or value of UNA establishment one so far. Let me know about how UNA are able to drive this particular agenda inside the last 30 years.
Thank you very much. As I say, when we were established with a clear mission, and we role very eminent. One key one is engaging the political groups. That is for see how best at least they're able to adhere to best practices and good governance principles. The second one get to do with after the during the conflict, CGG been so active in terms of recording human rights incidences, because we been believe say they want them way cause mayhem, they want them way them cause trouble in this country, they want them way facing the perpetrators of violence, they want them way cause casualty in this country, therefore be accountable. So we were very active on the ground in ensuring that we document human rights violations. We were very active on the ground for ensuring that at least some of the atrocities that we will then commit, we get them. So it becomes easier when the issue of the special court comes, when discussion around the formation of the special court comes in, and even some of the stories then that we're giving to the TROC, so that at least they get a first-hand information. So now some of the information and then what the special courts been get for use.
Some of them, yes, some of the data them will be collect, now in the use. Because otherwise we don't just relax. But we say no, those who committed this atrocity should not go. Justice for prevail, and justice for face justice. So the information were very useful. Then also, you could talk about decentralization. You know, say decentralization when it was spent after 32 years, 2004, Nene reintroduced local governance in this country. CGG was very active in ensuring that at least, because local governance is very key. Now the only one of the key means that wherein citizens become very close to the governance and bringing development to the local people. So in the formation, the sensitization, the education, in terms of
going right throughout the 16 districts. I think by then we have 12 districts by then, but we went right around the country in educating people the importance of it and why is it that it is formed and their roles and responsibilities and how it works as such, just for embrace people and made them understand what's in a local governance and the importance of its reintroduction. Then also you come to the 3 gender laws, because we believe, say, if you look at the TRC report, it's clearly stated there that one set of people where they don't be marginalized in our society, we don't be discriminated against now women. So that been there for such of a GCG the zest for say, hey, let's go and see how best at least we can move on issues of rape, issues of who they discriminate women, them not forget that evolution of X-Date. You look at 2012, the Sexual Offences Act. These were all things that will be try for push as an organization together with others and for see how best at this as a country will be able to get. And then we come to recent time, the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act. You see the role we campaign for good governance play, where we contribute immensely to it for ensure that at least we get this. Even though this is a campaign where we don't start years back, we don't start, so for give credit to the one that we don't do them, for Moku get an act like this, but as an organization, we contributed immensely to it, and we will foresee that today with the boast that we get 34% women ministers for the first time. That today with the boast that we get 34% female councillors for the first time in this country. That today with the boast that we're able to get 28.something% cumulatively women in the parliament. So you go see say the contribution of a campaign for good governance over the years don't be to the governance of this country don't be so immense. And we continue for see how best at least we can able for push and see that we're able to get a Sierra Leone who we all go able for enjoy. Now make if you notice this campaign, what would they do? This celebration, what would they do? We get 3 things that we would look at. First, now a celebrating with success. At the same time, we reflect. And the third thing what we do is that with a campaign with a message. Who will be the next
in another
president?
segment of the program, we look inside that one day. Well, we still continue for look inside the citizen participation. You don't make mention of 4 different areas. Them one I don't champion with other people because one will say not on will take the credit. Other people and they say we play their own part for say we get that decentralization and save people away being commit crime during the war, then bring them to book and save the laws them way government don't pass. We don't promote the space for make and save people for participate in all aspects. Let me go back to the 2023 election. One topical discussion we've been doing at that time now the what we get for do with the PR system. What I'm having position on this and how I'm able for engage citizens and for know the good and bad of this particular system.
So every electoral system getting you an advantage and getting you a disadvantage.
Una role una been play at that time.
Yeah, now they come now. So every electoral system getting you an advantage and getting you a disadvantage. So it's all about how it is being implemented and looking at the current reality and the context around it. So if you look at the PR system, it gets in your own economic advantage. The economic advantage where you get is that once you do PR, there is no way you able for, there is no, if somebody come on or anything happen to somebody, all you do is that you go to the list and then you have the second person. So there is no by-elections, basically. Then if you look at the first past the post, and you go see say like the advantage around that is that citizens then get a high voice. Citizens then get a high voice in the other electoral system simply because the accountability is huge on the accountability of the elected people is huge because they are more accountable to the citizens than the political parties and such. So you go find out for CS, we own role basically is to educate the citizens. Tell the citizens that, hey, this is all about PR, this is all about, if you use, for instance, we also talk about the hybrid system of it. These are the advantages and these are the disadvantages. So we own role is to educate the citizens, let the citizens know which rule or which system based on what's in the and what's in the go take as such.
So at that time, what's not be the position? Not be in support of the PR system or not?
Well, we're not going to say like we are 100%. Of course, we mostly preferred a hybrid system because a combination of the two, they able for help, you know. But for go with solo one, it gets you disadvantage. Let me what I do to Una is that I can't tell Una about the economic advantage and also the advantage of the other one. But I think what most people would prefer would be basically wherein you have the electorate electing their leaders. Okay. And I believe there is nothing wrong going with waiting the majority go want as an organization. Okay, continue for the program. We'll look at another material inside the program, and this now one power lines to them Musai, the National Program Coordinator for the Free Quality Education Program, Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Augustine Koroma, say the reason we make the ministry don't begin broke illegal structure and some school them na free because they find out say people they sell push another bad drug them to school picking them with their education. In talk this to the democracy for sake the on the spot head count check with the ministry do now na school them across the country. Alhaji Jalo gets more Engona report.
The Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education get the responsibility for develop and implement policy them where they improve book learning in the country. Beside the ministry, done the work triangle one for make sure say access to free, inclusive and quality education, therefore all picking them na Salone. With this the mandate where the ministry get, make President Julius Maada Bio inside 2018 be launched the free quality school education program for support school picking them book learning one. With this, still challenge them day na the education sector. We say plenty teacher in the country be strike inside September 2025 because they think say government be delay for pay school subsidy. We then challenge the year will be happen for school subsidy. Make this be anthem. The ministry be embark on the spot head count now school them na the country.
Over the years, so many schools that they cry say the subsidies whether they send for them are not enough. Whilst government equally back they say when I show see the number of people there wanna say when I go in school not school. And some schools then the numbers with then key definitely reflects like the QRS school. The exact number we then give where we go do the head count. It not be equal, but you gonna say the worst they don't sit. Then other school and the way we go do this head count, it is very difficult for a certain we then get a number then day. Because to make sure say we try for do we go there do in an exam.
You be listening to the National Program Coordinator for the Free Quality School Education Program, now the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Augustine Koroma, be they talk about the reason we make the ministry do head count now schools them across the country. Inside the Free Quality Education Program, government be introduce the school feeding program where this now for support school picking them within a primary school, more especially and deprived community them. From that time day to now, waiting don't they happen with the school feeding program. Augustine Koroma explain.
The school feeding don't be successful because there has been a retention in school. We pick it and go there, they make sure say that they left in school until school over. It's been successful because we started from 5 districts. We now been told that 50,000 school picking there. Now then at 15 districts, we almost chase 1 million kids in school. So for the past 1 month, I don't know in the province, they monitor the free quality school education. And the stories that would again at the province, I think they're happy with it.
As the country don't fight against drug abuse, and this now one we plenty comrades don't they complain about say school picking them they take drugs, but waiting the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education they do or say then tap drug abuse now school them now the country. This make the National Program Coordinator for the Free Quality School Education, Augustine Koroma, talk about the steps them where the ministry they take for tap drugs abuse now school them.
For combat these drugs, we get responsibility as a ministry, even the parents they get responsibility. We even get people that way they go to schools them, they said drugs to the picking them. One building where we broke back in some, it's a Prince of Wales. We notice a structure be they do under. A structure they the way they go them come launch they go there. We demolish the place. We go there, the people that run away, friend Jamba and all that's in them. Some of these things they have been harmful to the picking them. So by virtue of the position we again at this ministry, I don't wage war for drugs.
Augustine Koroma end up for call on Salone people and self-teacher them for report anybody where they sell drug na school to the Salone police and self the Ministry of Education. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Nalaju Jallo, they report.
Program now, Good Morning Salon, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get the Senior Programs Manager now Campaign for Good Governance. As today we look inside the 30 years of existence of Campaign for Good Governance, which don't be the challenges, achievements, and the way forward. Sir Kendema, make her take you back. Earlier on, we be they make you submission. One of the core mandate or the reason why they be set CGG and for see how best they can advocate for say the country return to a civilian government. As I mentioned earlier, immediately after the formation of CGG, the country will go back into military regime. And you talk about the Bintumani one, you say during that process and they don't engage people. Apart from the citizens, they wanna be they engage. Wouldn't be the other people that wanna be they engage for say the country gets a stable base. And what's not be the message?
You see, CGG together with other, or CGG role basically is that now citizens empowerment. Citizens empowerment is very, very key because we don't see a situation where when citizens are empowered, they're able for change regimes. When citizens are empowered, they're able for get what they want. If citizens are empowered, they're able for demand that this is what we want and it happens as such. So sometimes that's the approach we take. And when you empower citizens, you see they're able for push for make able for maintain the principles of democracy. So that has been the technical principles of this of campaign for good governance. For see how they able for empower the citizens then. And most time we do this through education. Because knowledge is power as such. I make you notice say we engage mostly in with community work and we engage mostly in mobilization. We are in with the empower the citizens, we are in with the let them be able for know what's in good and what's in bad and then able for make an informed decisions. You see, when you empower people then get the ability for think critically, they're able for make critical decision. And when they make them critical decision, then critical decision that they be in the interest of the country. So this is what we don't embark on to the point that even when we go exile, you understand, campaign for good governance follow the different the leadership, then the actors them. So CGG engagement is not just the citizen, we also they engage the various actors them for emergency reason. Now make even in current times, you see say some of the engagement they would do just the limit them in as much as citizens are the citizens are very central in what we do, but also engaging the respective state actors is also key. So we even with collective society, because for make you bring change, you need a mass body of people who are able to work with you. Let me engage civil society organizations in what we do. We've done that. The Bintumani 1, Bintumani 2, for able to mobilize. Because one person you don't able to do some of them changes, then transformation. Then you need critical masses. Hence the reason why we engage citizens, we're able to mobilize civil society to the point that we're able to mobilize even the market women for see how best at this then able for come on board and able for speak out and see what's in the want for the interest of this country.
In 1997, we see a military overthrow of the then government. Back again, we return to civilian government. In 1998,
because of the pressure.
In 1998, we experienced another overthrow again. During those periods, what's not been our greatest challenge una consider during at that time where una be where during that time where some of them things have to be there?
You see, when you begin get frequent overthrows, sometimes it's tiring. Tiring in the sense is that you continue for engage the citizens, you continue for empower them, and you continue for talk to government for make them adhere to best practices. Then all of a sudden, you see that there is a change around it, and then you do them again, you see them again. One thing repeating itself is boring. And the danger about that is that it not help the growth of the country. It make the country retrogress. Now I make often I can say, as a country, we are like 40 years backward. We are 40 years backward simply because countries them all been share the same characteristics. Countries them all been there at the same level, all get independence almost together. This country has far ahead of us. Why? Because then country there, what they do is that then sit down there retrospect, then say enough is enough to whatever they bring them down and then concentrate. By now, Sierra Leone not for the talk about, we're not for the surprise when we see electricity at this stage, 65 years. We should not be surprised. Picking enough for the shout, oh, lights don't come at 65. At 65, we're not for the go now with houses them. You open a tap, water able for come. By now, we're not for the ration water. By now, we should not be talking about first grade roads. By now, if we talk about flyovers, how they will forget them. By now, if we consolidate some of the gains them will be done do. Some of them don't hear about the Tomabon, not don't hear about the atoms of Africa to the point that wherein will be the export. Export them for going to other countries, but you ask yourself a question: with all them glories them all we get, why is it that we are where we are?
So is it because
some of the effects and then
is it because of bad governance?
Well, one, you might not call it bad governance because bad governance gets in your own threshold, but I think we've not been fully intentional in what we do. And the current state of the country, a collective responsibility. You responsible, I responsible, everybody responsible. Those in authorities are responsible.
I get the greater responsibility.
Leaders, because leaders, country they get the leaders they wouldn't deserve. Countries get the leader they deserve. Because at the end of the day, now we they go vote. And the ballot box, what we get, the ballot paper what we get, now they determine whether we for choose or whether we not for choose as such.
You mentioned, say, you not go describe them as a kind of bad governance. But if I take you back, one of the causes of the 11-year civil war as a result of bad governance, according to the Truth and Reconciliation report, bad governance, corruption, political neglect, and other things there. If you did draw the line, those are the things that they challenge, don't they, and who that for take the greatest responsibility?
So, in terms of what the terrorists they talk about, they talk about the causes of the war. So we could get a distinction between the causes of the war and post-war. Wouldn't come with the war. Everybody know that. For say the reason or the main causes of the war, not bad governance. Dandy, nobody know they run away from Dandy. And nobody knew they run from the fact that corruption was very high, when one of a very key indicator of bad governance, to the point that marginalization was also very key. Accountability was a big challenge. Of course, we just been like a one-party system, where we know all the attributes of a one-party system. Bad governance is very, very key. But again, you go ask yourself, after the civil conflict, efforts have been made to the point that we had new institutions where they don't come. But the question again is that how effective are those institutions that have been established? So now make us say, is the intentionality for get some of them things that work effectively now in the problem? Because we all don't know the problem, what caused the war. And efforts have been made for CS. Now that we know that this is the problem, let's come and build these institutions and let's see how best at least we keep it for work.
And you think so there's some of the institutions here also don't stand the test of time for shape the country in democracy?
They don't play their own parts, to be honest, with these institutions, but they've not done enough. They need for do more.
Okay. You said the country did 40 years back in your estimation. We don't move past also with this one for the compete to that country, them all get the same characteristics. And then you say in the initial statement. Again, who all the things a citizen for play for reshape the country, in development?
So before we come to the citizens, the role where I feel say we need for play, that is both the elect and we the citizens, is that we care for be nationalistic, we care for be patriotic, and that's not for just be a word say, but we care for demonstrate and we care for be very intentional. So now make often I can say, for milk we get Sierra Leone back. We don't get past documents then. Vision 2025, we elapsed last year. 2012, we been get the midterm, the National Development and Transformation and Development Conference. We outlined a whole lot of things on how we foresee Sierra Leone. And in that document, you get the short term, that is what in the country for do within the short term. You get what in the country for do in the medium term. You get what in the country for do in the long term. And of course, you get everybody the PRSP document. But what has been the problem is that each time we get a new government, that new government, they come with a own development plan instead of building on what had existed fully. So one thing what we need to do is that they need to understand that development na continuity. Then you come to the citizens them now, where you ask. Because the development approach, you get all actors them on board. So the citizens them now, then get for make the right choice. Because remember what I say earlier on, citizens and they get the leader we they deserve. If you go vote for leader, we're not going to bring development to you. There is no way you expect development. And voting not for be based on compensation. Voting not for be based on this person here, na me tribesman, this person here, na me friend at school, now all go the same school. It should not be based on that. Vote with the intention of Salon being developed. Not vote with the intention that if I vote for this person here, definitely when in kind of power, and go able to give me a job. That you are being individualistic. You are not being patriotic. Okay. So now what do we need as a country? Make her take this platform here and this opportunity.
If you want for holiday, we go for commercial break. We will continue from Usai. You want for make a point. So now let me take this commercial break and we'll come back to you.
Bloomberg Digital Banking don't come for we.
I said so. You look stressed so.
Nah, bank they won't go so.
Me sister, go digital.
Digital?
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital Banking. Just tap, click, swipe and send money, receive money, check your balance, pay your bills and get quick loans before Jacko cuts your eye.
But Abula fly.
Well, bring your phone.
Not so easy and quick.
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital, you can bank with freedom anytime in the world. Your money is safe and secure. Also, you can do business and transfer money instantly by your currency across Africa. Quick one with Colats.
Wow! As from today, call me Aisatu Bloomberg Digital. I dey go tell all me party them for join Bloomberg Digital Banking.
Go ahead and download our digital banking app from Google Play Store and Apple Store, or visit any of our branches for further details. For no more, you can visit our website, bloombankafrica.com. Bloombank Africa. Let's make it happen.
Cheese. Famous.
Rokel Commercial Bank don't acquire UTB. Yes, the bank where we all know as UTB go now gets the name Rokel Commercial Bank. Then they on transition. We mean say you don't need for worry about anything. Rokel Commercial Bank wants to make all customers we been there with UTB know say all deposits on their money safe. And the same people then will be the work na UTB. Now the same people then you go meet na the bank where you go for the transaction. And the bank na still Salon Bank because not a foreign bank acquirer. And the Bank of Salon, DBN, for make sure say the transition work fine one for all man. Yes. All deposits of the money safe, and the bank still strong. Same face, same people, same Salon Bank. ANSI Bank, the bank of choice.
You dey look for side for keep you money and for make you business grow?
Well, now the term is so for keeping money with any community bank or financial services association, which then they call FSA, where they all sign a salon because then a good party with good condition, way easy for the ordinary man.
They go guide you fine one, but how for manage your money for change your life and the people them and your community. Remember say, when you keep your money in a bank, where they near you not just they keep money for bye-bye, but you they help your community for go before.
So waiting you the wait. You be businessman or farmer, petit together, so you act person, teacher or anybody, keep your money in any community bank or FSA where they near you and see how your life go better.
Tell me what in the stop nonsense. Now money is stop nonsense.
Cecil, do you know any sharp user I go able get quality laptop or desktop computer for buy? When I go give me wahala like the last one?
Aisha, you see this Dell computer na me hand? It don't pass 8 years from where I begin user. It no one day give me problem. Na Palestino International in shop, na 5 and 6 Gloucester Street, na they a buyer. Not to copyright Palestino they sell, na original. You see this me plasma TV, this Samsung home theater, me standing fan and mobile phone. Every day when you see them, it's like a new one. They don't pass 8 years na me hand. Palestino don't open Palestino International Computer Shop na 3 Bojon Street Bow. Also you they get all kind computer for buy. For more, just call 076 56 5432 077805898. Palestino International in Computer Shop. All team day for you.
Welcome back to the program. Good morning, Salud. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We bring this program come to you today morning. My name is Chengno Jalo.
And Adeyemi Jackson.
And inside the program, we still get to twin at the program. Sir Kendema, one of the senior program manager, campaign for good governance. Then the program this morning is about CGD and 30 years celebration. Welcome back to the program again.
Thank you.
Yeah, you go continue from Musa we stop before we take that commercial break.
Yes. So I be say as what we need for do as a country is that we need to be intentional with development. So now if you watch campaign for good governance with celebration of the 30 years, we make 4 calls. And then 4 calls that I will make. We say come 2028. The citizens then made able for vote in terms of who will be the next president. Made them vote for water, made them vote for electricity, and made them vote for 1 primary school in every village, and made them vote for more get 1 super hospital in every district.
That are for the 2028 elections.
2028 elections. So with celebration, we'll do all they do. We'll also they make a call. Why in the most of it they reflect and would they celebrate? Would they make a call? For make citizens then be aware, made them know say yes. If over the years we don't grumble that we are not where we should be, here is an opportunity, 2028. Because for goodness sake, this is the country wherein we experience the paradox of plenty. We get abundant natural resources, yet we they suffer. Now the country this where you they get abundant sunlight, electricity, still not a challenge with other countries and they fed for that day. Now the country this where we get rich soil, yet we still the import agricultural product. Now the country this where water they come, and they broke houses, flooding they will call. You they go to your house, you open the tap, you not able to forget water. They ration water. Where lights come as if a big surprise, you go again picking the other one lights don't come. This should not be the case.
Okay.
For a 26-year-old man or a woman,
Okay.
if you don't be fully grown, you don't achieve a whole lot of things. So I better talk about what do we need to do. What do we need for do as a country is that we need for get if the need arise for more will get a Bintu money for.
Okay. So
a Bintu money for please back I done this. A Bintu money for wherein we sit down as citizens. We get a reflection on the Sierra Leone what we get and the Sierra Leone where we want. And when we develop that, it becomes our roadmap and we legislate them. Because most time we need a legislator and we get issues. And when we legislate that documents day, that would development plan day, what it be now is that any government where it can, it use that document day as in source of information and a roadmap. And we the citizens, By just looking at that, we're able to know progress will not be made or progress will not be made it. So that at least we avoid the point of everybody will come, ignore what's done in existence, a count your own idea, and for say this is what I'm going to do. But when we get a national development plan, let's say for 50 years, we'll work on that.
So I believe Segundo is saying now, I mean, places them where they say all the politicians are not the same. You must not hear that one day. People go say I'm here and there. How citizens go for this determine say, okay, this person now the right person for vote for.
Thank you very much. Natural education. We know we safe in this country. Cheno, I know you, you know me. We know we safe in this country. They want the way they can stand. They want them way where they can vote for. Those are foreigners. They want the way they can vote for. Now we colleagues them. Now we brothers them. Now we sisters them. Now we mama them. Now we papa them. So we know we safe very well. And we know we say from school days, and we know their capability, we know their capacity as such. So the only thing what we need for do is that make the citizens then resolved to the point that, hey, gone are the days where they vote based on ethnicity, gone are the days where they vote based on tribe, on regions, but rather now, after 60 years, now time this now more will do the right voting. We vote for the competent based on how we know them, and we vote for the right people. Because, I say again, the people and they get the leadership way they deserve. And until we get the right leader, it will be very difficult for as a country for me to move from one point to another. Some of the gains that we don't do, these are gains we need to consolidate. And we can only consolidate them when we get systems and processes working, when we get the right people managing this.
So I ask you the question again. If you draw the line, who do you think for take the greatest responsibility? Is it with leaders them or the citizens themselves?
Well, we get with leaders them for take the greatest responsibility because they are in leadership. We don't entrust power in them for me able for do them. But us as citizens, we are equally responsible. When I say us as citizens, we're responsible because we get the power. Now we they make them. We they make them, we able for make them. But in the situation we are in, we become complacent. And still there is a division. We are not taking national. I think it becomes a collective responsibility. And even una as journalists, una get a role for play. Okay. You know, we are in una play, una able for create a clear platform wherein people then will come and be objective in their analysis, do an investigation, and speak truth to power.
Continue for the week the program in name as Kendema, Senior Programs Manager and a Campaign for Good Governance as it undertake we through the journey of CGG as they celebrated 30 years of existence. They come over to the other studio guests. We are the president for Children's Program Network. We are Philippa Credo. As today we look at the running out of time. We are a good IGR initiative project. Where this project they look at promoting accountability, transparency, and holding public officials them accountable of things them way that they do. And for can talk about that the campaign more. We get the president for the Children's Program Network, Philippa Credo.
Good morning, listeners. It's a pleasure for the day this morning. We can talk on something that is very much important, more especially that we are moving into the adult stage, and it's nice that we make something progressive where we benefit we safe way now the picking them in this country.
Okay. This is a campaign we wanna join together with IGR and other institutions. Then take me through Children's Forum Network role in all of this campaign.
Okay, so the Children's Forum Network, a government organization, we then found way back 2000. Of course, it has produced amazing leaders with the currently serve now the current government of Sierra Leone. If we look at our founding president, we are the current Minister of Information and Civic Education, Minister Siba. If you look at the chief minister, he was the secretary for Minister Siba. If you look at Commissioner Ben Kaifala, he was part of Children's Forum Network. We have other members. We also did NGOs in and out of the country. So Children's Forum Network, as we all know, now the child leading body, na salon, where they advocate for picking them right. And of course, we joined this particular movement because we know the role when it comes to ensuring that we play for all leaders accountable, and of course we know how much when trouble or something happen at the country, who that they suffer the most, now they picking them. And that was the main reason as to why made them form the Children's Forum Network. If we go back way back in 2000, in as much as I not be born, from the 1990 to 2000, we Salombi experienced war, and of course who that them be suffered the most and the greatest now picking them. According to stories them and according to movies that we watch, we see how picking them be caught picking their hand. We see how parent them be throw them picking them, ignore them picking them. So looking at all of them things that we don't want to make it repeat itself. And if you look at down the waiting back now be the contributing factor, it was politics. As much as we know say picking the vote, but we know say the actions of leaders and the actions of adults, they directly suffer, it affects picking them. So that was the main reason as to why make when they call on board for make CFNGN, we embrace them. In as much as me see that they plan for do a transition, but I'm also laying the foundation for the incoming president. When we do election, the president they can go still continue with the same pathway, because we don't want to make picking them suffer. We don't see even when protests they come in, picking it they watch. And of course, in as much as any two a big post you do, big picking back go imitate them. So we don't want when it comes to war, trouble, protests, and tranga business, we don't want Kuskas business to happen again. So reason due to the dynamic, we serve the ensure so we add with voice for ensure say even if they are not looking at their interest, may they look at the picking them interest, and because of the picking them interest, that is why we also do the push forward for peace, for accountability, for better leadership. We go benefit everybody, and more especially the picking them na salon.
Philippa Credo continue for the tune the program as we come back to you later. But on the program we'll take some commercial break, and when we come we'll continue the discussion.
Not to know the pressure me. Hey! They don't do more, they don't do PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the number one foreign exchange bureau in the country, they give all the customers them 1% cashback for every transaction where they make through Western Union, MoneyGram, or RIA. Not so nice K. PC Foreign Exchange Bureau don't 1% the game. So you will get from Bull, Paddy, or business partner where they send for you money through Western Union, MoneyGram, or RIA. Run go now any PC and Son shop where they all about the country. For you where they free tongue, PC and Son shop they now 16 Godrich Road Lumley, 59 Wellington Street, 31 Guard Street, 19 Fobe Road, 10 and 53 Sanya Bacha Street, 32A Wilkinson Road, 9 Kuto Road, and 24 City Road Port C. For Waterloo Famulem, within a 9A Liverpool Street, Waterloo. For Famulem where they upline, within a 76 Sky Corridor Road Corner, within a 5 Palmer Street Kabbalah, 54 Dambala Road Bo, within a number 4 Denby Street Kenema, 39 Robane Road Makeni, 137 Airport Ferry Road Lunge, Lagos Compound Kailaun, and 35 IDA Road, Gambia. Tell your neighbor say, PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the 1% the game.
Teams, one champion, one glory. The 2026 World Cup is here. Call 777 now or dial star 777 hash for play and win with AfriCell. Yes, if you're not a football fan, this time you turn for win plenty amazing prizes. You can win Afri money, Samsung A06 smartphones, World Cup team jerseys, and plenty more inside the World Cup season with AfriCell. Call 777 or dial star 777 hash and win with AfriCell inside the promo. Or buy and activate a brand new AfriCell SIM card and you will get one chance for take part inside the AfriCell 2026 World Cup draw. This will cost you just $3 and AfriCell will send them back for you for use as on the talk time before 12 midnight. Use your Afri money for double your chances for win inside the AfriCell World Cup promotion. The live draw will come up after the first match every day on AYB TV, Afri TV on channel 23, AfriCell Salium Facebook page, and also live on Afri Radio. Link up with other major radio stations across the country. Call 777 or dial star 777 hash for win inside the World Cup promo with AfriCell. For more information, call 111. Terms and conditions apply.
Proudly Sierra Leonean, proudly progressive.
Have you heard of J-Man Group of Companies? Building businesses, creating opportunities, and driving national growth. J-Man, building the nation. Excellence and service in every step.
Fueling the economy and powering the future with J-Man Petroleum.
Protecting lives, businesses, and investments with J-Man Insurance.
High-quality tires and motor spare parts from J-Man Motors.
Guaranteed safety and protection with J-Man Security. J-Man, together we rise, empowering people, changing lives.
As an indigenous company, creating jobs, supporting communities, and contributing to economic development.
Innovation, integrity, excellence, service.
J-Man Group of Companies, proudly Sierra Leonean.
Proudly building the future.
J-Man Group of Companies, your trusted partner for progress.
For more information, contact us at 2 Adelaide Street, Freetown, or call 090-580-001.
You blunt taste ice cream and you not feel like an ice cream? No worry again, because Blue Moon ice cream don't come for you.
Blue Moon ice cream na salon that they make up and you get different flavor them like chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, almond, bubble gum, plain yogurt, chocobar, ice pop, and different other flavor them.
You're available in all supermarkets and we shop there in Sanders Street, Wellington Street, Wilkinson Road, and Waterloo. Self, we work man at the worker with the push cart they sell. Now salon the factory day when they make this ice cream here. So get better taste with Blue Moon ice cream. It's refreshing and they give you more satisfaction.
For more information, you can call me on 077-633-633. Blue Moon ice cream, the taste of happiness.
Welcome back to the program. Good morning, sir. We come to you from a broadcasting house in New England. Well, inside the program, we come back to Philippa. We are the president for the Children's Forum Network. Then the program they talk about the young role within the play and the root, anthem and self-root initiative in general. I can't tell you again, Philippa. I initially don't talk about a role on the players speaking for CC this particular initiative all water. One thing where somebody go ask now at this point in time, now what in picking them really want ahead of the 2028 elections?
That's a very good question. As much as myself, I will no longer be a child, and I just be wish
from can perspective, from CFN perspective.
Yes, and I just be wish at that time maybe I before don't be CFN president, like for continue for more remind the leaders. But outside of that, one thing we picking they look forward towards the coming election that we want peaceful atmosphere, because we don't see how the back and front and the boycott, the kuskas, the protests, and looking at all of these things, parents they become so troubled. I don't remember a time where people they talk say they can. We not suicide people they come. People the frightenness, they see parents they go to school, go take them picking. On man just the toxic they can. Who say they come out now? Like you see that confusion, that panic, and that skin they traumatize the picking them. Of course, the past election, as much as I was not the president, but when I be member, I remember that CFMB get a conversation with political leaders where them be pledged for say they're going to ensure they have a peaceful election. So we also look forward to see how then leaders then go make a pledge. Now make more CFN join this particular idea when I would. So one for ensure say our leaders go pledge through videos. When the time reach, we go hold them accountable, because these leaders then get great influence on them people. Them when they tell them so that come on a street, they come on a street. When they tell us so that not come on a street, not go come on a street. And so now make we want for ensure say we want to get the videos of these leaders. And so when these videos are out there, we ensure so when time reach for election, we dey tell them say na so you be talk so na can say another. So we dey remind them for ensure say we get a peaceful election. In as much as we don't see how elections sometimes don't they affect other countries, we don't want to see an election where people they lost their lives there. It cannot be said that Pikin nothing go lost in life, but let's say if na a papa or a mama lost in life, that Pikin don't be affected directly. So now the more reason why make Children's Forum Network they push forward and they collaborate with other organizations for ensure say we get a peaceful election. Then can get the campaign, then can get them blasted, even though you see them online on social media, but we don't want that violence when it comes to ahead, and more especially starting from next year, because we know see the election is going to be in 2028. Starting from next year, we want a peaceful atmosphere. We want politicians to ensure that they have children. We want them to know that anything we then do at this moment here will affect the Pikin.
How you think say this relationship with CFN and that of Wood go able for like turn this game, one of the game, forget a peaceful election 2028 to reality?
So CFN is a well-recognized organization, and as much as it cover all the Pikin body in Salo, that means it is very powerful. And one of the things is that some of these politicians, we are past members. In fact, some of them are family members of the Children's Forum Network. So of course, CFN, because of the people where CFN don't produce, don't make CFN don't get a very big space for talk. Even part of the tripartite committee, I am representing CFN. As at the left, another person will be replacing me. So we are CFN are one of the moral guarantors there. And that moral guarantors, I don't know how much of it, but we are very few, not reach 10. And that moral guarantors, I can remember when people they scrutinize that list there of people away for their part of the moral guarantor. I could still remember there was a time when people were asking, what's in the role of make Pikin for the part of the moral guarantor? But the truth is, trust me, when Pikin can't talk to big pussy, he says if you go shame. Yes, so that is the honest truth. I can remember again, a lot of people have been saying, sometimes some organization can say they want to see presidents, but through my leadership and God, we were able to see the presidents of this country. Reason be because people value the voices of children. So imagine a Pikin they talk to a leader. Imagine somebody, young person that speak on behalf of his colleagues there. It creates that platform where people and they get more attention and zeal for listening. Because you go shame, you go just take and say you Pikin where you get now host now they talk to you so I know for certain they shame for big people, they go shame for we.
Okay, they're running out of time. Root for Short now a IGR-led initiative project. Where we're they get an engagement tomorrow.
Yes.
And when they use this as a kind of using music for advocates for see that only government officials or public officials accountable and ensuring that promote transparency and good governance. For the Root engagement tomorrow, tell me more in terms of Children's Forum Network, their own aspect or their own role in all of this.
Okay, so tomorrow, of course, so we're part of the steering committee, where I'm also one of the people. Of course, I'm the youngest part of that steering committee. So for tomorrow program, I get for co-moderate alongside with Dr. Spencer the whole session of itself, where they show the role where Children's Forum Network they play and they give support. And of course, we members themselves there for camp, and we say what to do ensure so we share the plan with status, we share them to with friends them. And I love the fact that we actually focus for use music, and for the fact that it get for see tomorrow young musicians them shows the impact and how we want to capture the minds of people. We know say a lot of people they listen to music, yes, so through that day it's a way of also when you listen to the message that will influence you for do the right decision. And CFN gets for play very big role for also come host the particular session tomorrow at Miata.
So what's this in terms of the session we on the old tomorrow? Let me look into all of this waiting that the message on the one I get for put out to leaders them we get for be present during that particular engagement.
So as you look at the name and route, we are running out of time. So that means that it is time for us to make decisions. Of course, we don't see that for over the past years, history and even life stories then from people them don't they tell we say now this country they vote by tribes, they vote by in region who say you come out. So we want to see how we can advocate and change the mentality of people for choose the right person, because me self don't go through experience starting from schools, even in organization. When you choose somebody way not to the right person, it can get some negative influence. So we want to see how we ensure so we choose right people, and how in as much as again sometimes we want that collaboration. You will go choose the right person, but if there is no unity amongst us as Sierra Leoneans, you go see say division go serve as a barrier for make development not come. So we also want to bring that unity amongst you all, regardless of who that go win the next coming election. Everybody need for support the person, because development now everybody business. One person go for achieve development. The little expense I don't get at CFN. I know how the impact it creates when it comes when you work with people, and sometimes when people decide for be divided, how it will affect the leadership. So want to see that unity among
continue
us.
for the week the program will take music break. We'll come back with the look at the sustainability plan for this particular initiative. I want to go for continued advocacy beyond the 2028 elections. Day between the program, Philippa and Sepsa Kenema. Now we'll take music break and we'll come back with the continue the discussion.
Not only one way to come and stress me.
Welcome back from the music break. We Lady Felicia do for we inside the program. The program na Good Morning Salon. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. We still get Sir Kendema, we a senior programs manager and a campaign for good governance. We don't take you through the journey of CGG. Now we look at over the years. What are some of the key things that you think say CGG don't able to achieve over the past 30 years? Some of the key things that we're going to go point and say these are some of the things that will contribute, we're able to achieve, we don't bring peace and development in Salon.
All right, so I go maybe don't measure them, but I go measure them again. One key one get for do with participation where we don't contribute to, and I will make a reference because we advocates we really do evidence-based advocacy we do. So you will notice that if you don't read the TRC report, it's clearly stated that one set of people will be solely will be marginalized in this country are the women. And The report further go for say, because sometimes you want to know why is it that they were marginalized. The report further go for say, there is no base why women were being marginalized in this country. So we take and say, people ain't just be the marginalized women because they want for marginalized women. There were no reason as such. So as an organization, we take on upon ourselves for continue with the advocacy, the campaign, which some other people them they don't do far even before. And then we're able to play the coordinating, and we're able to play a greater role where we're able to influence the policy force, that is the gender equality and women's empowerment policy. And the role we'll play in that and we'll contribution is that we're able for take the document right round, able for get citizens' input, because whatever development we will do or policy we will do, it can be citizens centered and get their input. So we contribute to that. And we also realize that having a policy is not just enough. There is an absolute need for see how best this will get an act, because policy is not just a policy. So we're able to contribute as well to the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act, where today we can proudly say now in compliance with some of the recommendations in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, though not all to one day is our Acts Day, but at least when it comes to appointment, you see provision day. When it comes to having women accessing finance, a day in the Act. Also, you go say when it comes to discrimination against women is prohibited, it is in the Act. And the good thing is that where other countries they admire Sierra Leone today we get 34% women as ministers. Today we will forget 34% women as female councillors. Where today we will forget 28% as female parliamentarian, from 12%, 13%, now go to 28%. So that's a big gap.
Among all the achievements here, so
make a come. That's why on the success. Then as organizations, we continue for promote democracy, and we continue for see that we protect the civic space. In the midst of every other things, we need to remain short. We speak truth to power for the well-being of this country and for the well-being of the citizens as such. And I also mentioned with the role we play in the Bintumani 1 and in the Bintumani 2 conferences and the empowerment what we do right across this country. And even this campaign we would on launch now, so is also another contribution we do, because come 2028 we want many people be well informed. May them be well informed, may them make sure at least I'm voting for someone that will come and provide basic services for this country, that will come and provide electricity for this country. I'm voting for someone who will come and provide for water for this country. I'm voting for someone who will come and provide for one primary school in every village. Because sometimes people can misunderstand affordability and accessibility. Yes, government go say I don't provide a school in a so area. But if I get for cover long distance for can and access, that's in way you don't make me, where you don't provide for me, it's become challenging. Hence the reason why you go find for say some people and they, even though you don't provide them for them, but they cannot access it, they can prefer for just it. So then we could put the emphasis that let's have it in each village. Then of course the issue around health, which is very, very paramount. Then we could push that hey, we need to get a good health facility. We don't want a situation wherein people will have to travel out of this country for some certain treatments. Then, we can have it here. Ghana, for instance, gets that facility there now because the citizens the government make a tremendous effort for see how best at least they able to get. Okay. You hardly see sometimes people come in here, can a salon for can get some treatment. But most time you hear is that are they gonna China, are they gonna Ghana for about get treatment? What is wrong us having this here? So I make we campaign on who will be the next president as now we own contribution mandate for awakening citizens and consciousness.
On that campaign day, we get others, we studio guests them at the program. Also, they look at a project they call running out of time, and one of the key idea of this now was say how they can able for all politicians them accountable on things and we don't go promise before and after the 2028 election. And UNASA gets a similar campaign where they look into holding public politicians accountable of promises that they go make before the 2020 election. You buy the idea of the roots idea?
Well, any initiative where they come for bring development is an welcoming initiative. Any initiative where they come development, you are what the young lady they say. Some of them advocacy they are. Imagine if we forget a good health system, woman them and picking them they benefit from them. So they are a holistic campaign where they do where they benefit everybody. Because one thing about development not they discriminate. If you make a good road now, yeah, every political party, regardless of society, is able to pass the comfortable one. If you get a very good health facility now, yeah, the citizens them be able for access them, and they're not going to be ask them which tribe you be, which region you be. So development, nothing where everybody the benefit of, now everything where everybody they able for enjoy at the end of the day. So Nadande we won't forget, and that's the message. And we can only get that when the people are empowered, and we can only get that when the people are well informed. So part of our mission is that now for empower the citizens, now for empower the even the picking them, and even the state actors. Merency say this advocacy what they do, we are not doing it for ourselves, but we are doing it for the general good.
Okay.
If today's Sierra Leone is rated high, and Salone they get a good name.
Okay, Yusuf continue for the routine of the program as one for welcome all our studio guests when are April and a musician. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Good morning, boss.
Okay, Yusuf is a member of the Running Out of Time, a good initiative where they span from in 2026 to 2030, where 4 years initiative where this is an idea for all leaders accountable for do what they're supposed to do for the electorate them. As an artist, what him give the courage for the part of this initiative?
Well, first of all, the fact say like few years don't pass where we dey see say a lot of things way supposed to happen. Like for me personally, I dey see say a lot of things that were supposed to happen where now good things them for like especially the youths them not they really happen, and it they take we to a point where most of the youths them they get to a point we then self don't know what for do. You understand? They say don't know what for do, and where they develop to something like drug addiction and most of the other things that way they happen to the youths them, you understand? So I guess say if no more me as an artist I go on for make a change, I guess this is something way myself for be involved in. So I not gonna only use me music no more for sing about every other thing, but use me own talent for change lives them and bring calm awareness to people them way before say they no understand and they don't know exactly what to for do, because with most of the youth them they at that point right now of confusion. Some person will tell you say I don't know what to for do, you understand? So I guess if no more we mean being part of it, they will change that narrative day and tell the youth them say it's not only going to be the government for you, it's about you helping also the government and you changing your narrative as to how you for live in a salon, you understand, and make a change at the same time. One of the changes then is knowing who that's they bring come good things them for you as the youth, you understand, and how you able to fend the person way gets good mind and the ability for do waiting them supposed for do for we the Sierra Leoneans. And I guess say if I able put me own voice in order for let people understand that particular aspect there, I guess myself go do something. So that's the reason why.
For the campaign, we're not get tomorrow, the anthem and community engagement so far. Yeah. You're not a musician, we don't put a kind of song together for able for raise awareness to citizens them about the type of leader where they go want for the ahead of the 2028 election. Let's look at the messages in some of the songs them wanna don't put. With not some of the key messages them wanna don't put together.
Okay, so taking into cognizance of waiting me done the listing from other artists them and me own vast self way I put aside is we are not only preaching to the government for say okay una Lewi Fen, they're like the perfect leader for lead we. No, we dey try for say wetin we dey able do, wetin we as the youth them go able do for change we own lives them. You understand? And something we go make this person, this color and this color come together, because it's all about what we want for ourselves, not to what other people want for we. You understand? So if we able to think and say, okay, this is the change that we want to bring at the end of the day, I hope say the leaders themselves will able to understand that aspect there and say, okay, this is what we youth them want, and this is what we're going to do for them. So this is us voicing out, say, okay, not just depend on government, say, okay, now this and this and this and this and this you want. You understand? And at the end of the day, finding way you go able to do, or find way you go able to think, or make a decision as to whether you think, say, if you vote for this policy here, it will come with better for we as the nation. You understand? And not only for you, but like for the picking them, the girl picking them, then the one that will not get the opportunity for the less privileged people. Let me understand. So how your own decision they will impact them people and they with themselves they come up. So I guess that's the only idea that they about the song. Okay. It's not all about the government. It's about creating the awareness. Say you can change without the government not make you change, right? Okay. You can find an idea and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do for myself and for the people in my own community without the government not put on. But if you want to let the government put on, then you need for know for say, if you put more effort for learn about the politicians them and know who that you think say this person are going to change lives them at the end of the day, then that person they for put into power.
Continue for day with winner the program. April will come back. Maybe they can give you our, I mean, it's a little bit of a cappella as they can call them, and I been able to play your own part in the compilation of the song. The program where you listen to on a Good Morning Saturday come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, now time for me to listen to the Wakabot, and when we come back, we will continue the discussion at the studio.
Another morning again, at a Friday, at this Friday morning, me heart not sweet at all, because people when they in governance, they take me for granted. That Baba within that office I go there. That black Baba they are not understand waiting a problem. Now this daddy can say they are full of sycophancies. I say, wow, nice English, man. All 10 years for the first step, waiting for the first step to do to the living condition of the people. And for the first step, God don't go open, tele center yanda, God don't go open this and that yanda. Fine, all my legs for leg, in Papa they shine. But Papa no go they shine internationally, then nationally people are not sweet mind. All 10 for the first 10, I so back to take for the first 10. How that security place outside, that NCUND, how now going for now make a say, that was not the right sentence, mine. But Baba, you say you need for calm down. For here you can have the media, the cell, the thing that we God don't do, you just in a social media no more the Allah for the first time. No to God, we make you get Uncle Michael. Even though Uncle Michael himself na Vibes Cartel, himself defend, he am too much in living. Even though they say Uncle Michael na nurse, but they can't get shy for talk that status. But still we appreciate our mind. But instead saying that you not the, legal rep for that yalla boy, Uncle Umar Sheriff. But anyway, tell me go fit clock mine. Yesterday somebody they give me video of how Salon the host to make watch people there that they come. It make a remember that me story. When me momsy can tell me, what I say, OAU, where Uncle Steve me can root. Now one of the things there where I'm about the country economy. Even though Uncle Sambangu and me tell us we know for us time. It's like say now the system mine, the country economy not steady. The country economy the shake. They will not go touch. People there go out something for car organize. But if you ask PPSL party people, then go tell you say na economical growth they come. I hope say I soon at the whole meeting day. Thing no go worse past idea. Don't tell you no. Because it like say PPSL party they like for satisfy their neighbor them. Past people are waiting at the country. Now this daddy can say, so married man they like for satisfy their girlfriend past the woman at the old art. It's like say that two people tell party yo, but anyway, with the look no. This year is sweet me say waiting. That you are illegal somebody go donate balls in a cut mine at the anon that time. What kind ball? Fluorescence ball or country ball or English ball or that ball within a stadium? That how the courtroom no get balls so they go donate 3 balls to the courtroom. Don't back 90-40 within that of the court we can talk people and kiss them say I am impressed. That's it. This country, that film. But I'm not go deny, I'm not go top right. Now to the last 10 back. Whether me calls me the report in a court, now too bad, they not me able to put the AC on just for waiting. Because battery don't have the remote at but no ready, they all over. Access to reform done then na the judiciary reform done then that but anyway, until that me man do donate both. Me go donate screwdriver mine. Me na the honorable Piki Wakabot.
Welcome back to the program. We come to you from the Society for the Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, none of them for me could take one power line material. Lemgu said the chairman for the ECOWAS Authority of Head of State and Government, President Julius Maada Bio, say ECOWAS will continue for invest in peace, security, education, technology, innovation, trade, and youth empowerment so that people now the region will benefit from strong regional integration. President Bio talked this power meeting where been pulled now do the new ECOWAS headquarters in Abuja, Nigeria. You know, Kabia gets more. I'm gonna report.
The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, been start for building a new headquarters in Abuja, Nigeria, inside November 2021, after we member states them been agreed for one project under the Chinese ECOWAS Cooperation Framework, and the government of the People's Republic of China be approved this modern building as grants to ECOWAS. The purpose of this new headquarters now for provide modern administrative center, we go give strength to institution, improve coordination among member states them, support regional integration, peace, security, trade and sustainable development across West Africa. Now for sake of this, make the Chinese government don't go hand over this new building. So the chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Governments, President Julius Maada Bio, the president for the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Umar Tue, the president for Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and other leaders them from ECOWAS member states them. Where in the hand over this new ECOWAS headquarters on behalf of the Chinese government, the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Yu Duhai, explain why China decided for build this headquarters for ECOWAS.
It is a great honor and profound pleasure to join you at the commissioning ceremony of the China Aid ECOWAS headquarters building. On behalf of the government of the People's Republic of China, I would like to extend our warmest congratulations on the official inauguration of this magnificent landmark. We would like to also express our heartfelt gratitude to the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for their robust support throughout this journey. This modern architectural marvel, hailed as the eye of West Africa, stands as a flagship project and the framework of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, or FOCAC.
The president for the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Umar Tsue, talk about the strong relationship where he say they between ECOWAS and the Chinese government.
We may recall that this is not the first time Chinese government has partnered with ECOWAS to deepen our regional integration efforts. In the not-too-distant past, the government of the People's Republic of China provided some very important strategic support to our regional peace and security efforts with strategic military equipment and vehicles to support the deployment of the ECOWAS standby force activities. This and many more support spread around our member states made China a very strategic partner for West Africa.
Where immediate commission the new ECOWAS headquarters in Abuja, Nigeria. The chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Governments, President Julius Maada Bio, be explaining this new building mean for the region.
We gather to inaugurate the headquarters building and to renew our collective promise to the people of West Africa. We gather to reaffirm our faith in the power of regional solidarity and to declare our shared determination to build an ECOWAS that is stronger, more responsive, more effective, and even more worthy of the trust and aspirations of the people we serve. History does not remember generations for the buildings that they construct. It remembers the institutions that are strengthened, the values that they upheld, and the lives that are transformed.
President Bio say ECOWAS go continue for invest for peace, security, education, technology and innovation, where this is say go benefit the region.
Our citizens are no longer waiting for promises. They are waiting for results that improve their daily lives. They want regional integration, not as an aspiration on paper, but as a tangible reality that creates opportunities, expand prosperity, and strengthen the security across our region. They want traders to move across borders without unnecessary barriers. They want our young people to find opportunity within our region without feeling compelled to seek their future elsewhere in the world.
In same way, so talk about some of the major success them, where he say ECOWAS don't do for over 50 years now.
51 years on, we should draw confidence from all that we have built together, including the free movement of persons, the ECOWAS passport, our peace support operations, our successful mediation efforts, and our unwavering commitment to constitutional governance in West Africa. Indeed, these are enduring achievements that demonstrate what is possible when nations act with unity of purpose, mutual trust, and a shared vision for our region.
According to President Bio, the region in say still face serious challenge with regional security, threats, terrorism, climate change, and other one them.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we would be dishonest with ourselves if we spoke only of our achievements. The challenges before us today are real, urgent, and increasingly complex. Security threats continue to evolve in both scale and sophistication. Climate change is placing pressure on livelihoods, food security, and communities across our region. Global economic uncertainty continues to test the resilience of our economy and the well-being of our people.
The chairman for the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Governments, President Julius Maada Bio, we end up telling thank you to the Chinese government, the president for Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, for the support where he say they don't give to ECOWAS over the past year them and be assured and say and go make sure say they use this building for the right purpose. For Radio Democracy, Kabia the reports.
We come back to the studio guest April as it don't tell we about what you will plan this particular initiative and self we don't talk about how in contribute pan the anthem. April, for somebody not listen it the anthem. Give me a cappella. because that voice, many people like that voice.
Yeah.
And Pantimino, you sing again at the anthem.
Well, I just mix them all together.
Okay.
You know. So me on side go like this. Oh wow, if you know how in the pain, say somehow all he says has been the same. For mommy no focus on the truth. This from the depths of the heart of a youth. Madi Mutong, this not time we do the right thing. Cause everything they up to you.
Okay.
So that was what I had to say.
What are the interpretation of the Timothy verse?
Me people focus on the truth. Like when they say for mommy no focus on the truth, me people focus on the truth. And Madi Mutong, they are big. They will try and do the right thing.
Now one song what I don't do for now?
Yeah.
Now na 6 days for the anthem, right?
Yes, definitely.
Who done the other artists, Emma?
Me, Drizzleek, Aminish, Boy, Incredible JJ, and Danny.
Okay. Any plan there for do more of them kind song yeah? So
well, I hope say there will be more chance for do more of them song there, because it's not all about creating. Not to all. I don't want it be once. I want it be series of times where we self go able, preach that same word to people, and because now when you keep on for remind people about certain things, and then we will take them into consideration. So
okay, tomorrow now they get the launching of this song Yaso at the Miata Conference Center.
Yeah.
After the launching tomorrow, any plans there for Leona take this song beyond from Miata Conference Center?
Well, I hope there is more plans, because definitely I'm just an artist, but I know go say I know everything we like the initiative themselves they do, you understand? Just doing me on artistic role in terms of the whole project.
So for the launching tomorrow,
yeah.
Are some of the things that we as an artist don't put in place to ensure say on entice people and we get for go tomorrow for go listening and watching our performance?
Yeah, well, it's not all about being there and singing to people. It's about finding something to say to people. Say we need for big sense, we need for do this, we need for do that. So I guess not only for go sing no more, we go get for go do, get for go talk more things them to people. And because once we don't be a role model now to a lot of Sierra Leoneans them, and then say we will listen with. So if 1,000, 2,000 people go there, I know for say last 500 people go must understand the fact that this is what we're trying to preach, and at the end of the day then go.
Okay. Continue for the we don't attempt for me to take some text messages. Them few of them we don't come now the program. First person you know I go read now with Facebook page when Ibrahim say they say congratulations to CGG on its 30th anniversary and the successful launch of the Root Anthem. Success is worth celebrating, but what are the short, medium, and long-term plans ahead in every modern democracy? Lasting progress is built on transparency, accountability, and meaningful public engagement. The true test of success is not where we are today, but where we are going tomorrow. It'll come up from Ibrahim Sisi again.
This one from Supercap say campaign for good governance is one of the institutions that pave the way for citizens' participation in governance. But in all of this, what is CGG assessment in present trend of democracy and the rule of law in terms of citizen freedom of expression and service delivery?
This other person on our Facebook page also, Solomon Sundu, they say on the good governance program be found, call on every Sierra Leonean across the globe for us to present a document called One National Development Plan, from Solomon Sundu.
This one from Ibrahim Sisi, congratulations to CGG on its 30th anniversary.
I think I don't take that one day. Sorry for break you for jumping to
this other one from Horatio Max Govese. See Children's Forum Network, please see how you can mobilize child activists with cross-regional parental backgrounds to be educating new voters on the need to focus on service delivery rather than region or tribes. Imagine a child in such a campaign introducing themselves as having a mother from McKinney and a father from Bond, or another with father from Freetown and a mother from Kailan. This will send a strong message to voters.
This other policy from Gwina Kelvin, they say, what are the sustainability plan for Wood? Because many of these organizations, only visible when time for election reach. Any plan they go beyond this particular 4 years initiative?
All right. Well, because of time, they come to we studio guest them for make their respond to some of the messages. Then we start with the senior programs manager for Campaign for Good Governance, Sir Kendema.
Yes, I want to say thanks to the texters and for them good messages them we then send. Yes, now make we continue with engagement and foresee that government able for really do the needful. So, and I like the text that when say we need forget a national development plan. So now I make earlier in me intrude where I say we need forget the Bintu money for around this. Wherein we will discuss the Australian what we get and the Australian what we want. So discussing the Australian what we get right now, we able for help with for diagnose. What are the problems? What are the challenges? Why is it that the challenges they are the occur? And then the Australian we want to give you an opportunity for look at which kind of Australian we want for the next 40, 70, 80 years. And then the world they develop becomes the country a roadmap and becomes the country a national development plan where we will legislate. So whoever come in power, whoever government will forget, go able for CAM and CCS, this becomes a source of information and they're going to work on. And I make as an organization, we also the push for say how governments go able for enhance the independence of key institutions, because institutions are very key for me to achieve development. In the situation where we're able to get very effective and efficient institutions, then it is above. Okay. So then we push for that, and also with the push for more able to promote accountability and transparency within the governance space. And what I want back the push and what we say government able for take very serious one is that for more be able for strengthening the decentralization, because all of this what they do if development no go down, that the other part of the country, if we're able to get development reflected and we concentrate development just at the bigger towns, not just few places, you go find for say the country in development not go be equal as such. So then we do that call there.
Part of our campaign.
Also, if you say appointment can for be on merit base, not just compensation for compensation. And also the health facility in this country and need for improve the water facility.
Part of our campaign they call for a Bintumani 4. We don't get Bintumani 1, Bintumani 2, and Bintumani 3. Calling for Bintumani 4. What do you think say happen with those other conferences that will not happen over the years?
Well, then conferences them over the years been getting your own objectives. So the first one you get your own objective, second one get, and even the third one get your objective. So the reason for the fourth one now is that what we call now we can discuss even we own campaign teams. Now we don't say we want water, we don't say we want electricity, we don't say we want schools each and every village, we don't say we want hospital, super hospital in every district and other things. We can get a national conversation around that and see how would we forget them. Waiting at the problem with the current one the way that they exist, and why is it that they exist like how they exist, and what can we do differently as such. And it's possible during the day we can able for add up other recommendations and give them a clear timeline. So Namek will say who will be the next president. This is a call for awakening citizens and consciousness.
In our 30 years anniversary celebration, what are the lineup of activities they want again?
So the lineup activities we don't do the launch of the campaign or who will be the next president, and that been go very successful one. And the campaign they continue now. They try for able to get citizens then voice into this campaign, make them buy in the campaign. that come 2028, let's vote for someone who we truly believe say we can provide water, we can provide electricity, go build school in each village, and also go provide electricity na every district. Hospital. We'll say hospital, not for just hospital sake, but it's sober hospital na every district. Then also the other thing we will get for do is that we'll get health work around this, wherein we'll be able for really get conversation around governance at the end of the day. Then we get a big national conference on governance in this country. And whatever the commodity, we'll share them with the respective authorities. May them know say this is what has come, these are some of the conversations, these are some of the discussions where we don't get. So
time frame for all the activities.
Well, this is a 1-year campaign.
Okay.
Now this July when pass, now it makes CGG 30 years. So the celebration is a 1-year celebration. What would they do?
Okay.
Because this
continue
is
for the with the program. We come to you, Philippa. Again, you hear the text messages them we read out just now the program. Some of them more concerned about how this program will go beyond. I mean, the 2028 election, 2028 will come, going to get a new leader. But how, I mean, would work for ensure so we are still able for all that person, the other government, they empower, accountable for do the thing them way is supposed to do for the citizen them.
Okay. So at this moment, the strategy and plan that it's for 4 years. So of course, if you watch them, that means it can even be after the election happen. And of course, we want to ensure say we educate people for choose the right person, not to base on tribe or not to base on what they get at that moment. Because we've learned that they say during campaign time, now that's why they see politicians they buy rice, we not blunt buy for you guys. They give money, they're gonna make themselves for me see them more. So one for see how you go vote on somebody based on a delivery where it don't do, based of in track record, based of incapability. Now then day we want for ensure say we implement. And of course it's a 4-year strategy. So that means even after the election we therefore still continue, but we cannot predict what the future holds. But want to go assure the listeners and the citizens that we always ensure we educate and continue for talk. Of course, Root is made up of amazing people from different organizations, different institutions coming together. It's like a coalition. So that means that people they come together, they all get the independently, they are doing well in their different sectors. So even after the 4 years, we will still continue to talk, we will still continue to raise awareness. And then somebody did ask a question that it would be nice if CFM members can they bring picking their way. Imagine your mama come out from McKinney, your papa come out from Bonds, like you preaching and educating people why they need to be peaceful, why we need peaceful election. Of course, one thing I got shown that CFN they cut across the 16 districts, in as much as we can get real challenges there, like financial challenges there, because of course one thing we don't advocate that CFN is not receiving budget from the government. And CFN are a very, very big organization. We get a lot of activity. Sometimes we can't even all we AGM for bring God picking them together, but it's really challenge because again, imagine we not get money, so we cannot outsource that particular thing. And sometimes even the NGOs can get the focus plan, and even the budgetary ministry back they receive it more. So we advocate way sometimes we could do that there should be an increased budget for the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs to go down the CFN go for benefits, and there should even be a special budget for Children's Forum Network, because CFN is now in terms of it's an adult, so they even can't born thinking. CFN is now 26 years in existence, so that has been one of the advocates, and even some of who do the transition keep on pushing. So if there is a budget that is in place for Children's Forum Network, imagine we'll be having our own activities, having these children to comment. So because if you take picking from district level, you carry with her in any travel, he or she needs a chaperone. And this is something we don't keep on reminding. Where they do budgeting,
Indeed.
and they call we.
Philippa,
So this now once we get for remind them that they need to do it, and so we can have these children from different regions. We get parents from different regions, different tribes. For speak on issues like
we
this.
definitely will go find time for bringing come in our studio for talk on that area day because we don't run out of time. In name now Philippa Credo, President for Children's Forum Network. We come to April. Yes, April, as we round up again. If somebody they request if you can give an a cappella because your voice don't seem for this loved by many people out there.
We don't do the a cappella, so it's okay. And I don't think my voice is really great this morning, but it is what it is. We can do the a cappella.
Yeah, go on and do it.
Wait, on the song or
your whole line are the root anthem.
Okay. Oh wow, if you know how in the pain. Say somehow all he says has been the same. Afumami no focus on the truth. This from the depths of the heart of a youth. Marimu tongue this not time do the right thing. Cause everything they up to you. So that's about it.
Nice one. And lastly, as for the round up, you believe that music can able for change in narratives?
Oh yes, I believe that because, like personally, growing up, like inside the music industry, I find out say there's so much people they listen to artists them.
Okay.
So much people they listen to artists them, like your music and whatever thing you say, however you dress, you understand. So I feel like the music itself gets a huge impact into teaching people certain things them, and for me, in my involvement inside this, I know for saying it creates a huge impact because I get people who they look up to me as an artist and then self-ready for change in any way possible.
On a plenty thank you for joining the program this morning. April Luna, a musician and self a member of the Root Initiative, Lipa Credo, we self now the president for Children's Forum Network and self now a member of the Root Initiative and self sir Kendem Maruna, the senior program manager campaign for good governance CGG. They're all been at the program this morning to talk on different things them way the organization them they undertake currently. When I asked the program Good Morning Salon go left for today, plenty thank you to the studio guests them and self to me producer Sapti Kalon and Michael Sambola and to you know Kabia we assist them producer also for bring the program come to you this morning. To the technical people on duty, DJ Kema for Make Family before get to life now we frequency on 98.1 FM Mary Camara Bango and Make Family before watch we live now Facebook and YouTube page. So to meet again, we bring the program come to you today. My name is Nachengo Jalo.
And Adeyemi Jackson is a goodbye.